Morning, guys. Well, whatever time it is on YouTube. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm a bit too tired. I was up a bit later than it should have been last night. If you watched the previous video, you'll know a friend of mine, Mapashido, popped round, and we had a little play and tried to iron out some stuff in the epic saga that was the hour and a half odd of gameplay. I seriously, I just forgot we were recording. We were having so much fun, and while we should have just been building little fiddly things to rack up some points and get him used to the game, we tried to solve the dilemma of scaling up a plane and having it fly the way I wanted the plane to fly, and actually still have some weapons on it to do something. And what was amazing was when I watched the video back that we'd recorded, in sheer disbelief of how much how long the video was. I think I actually absorbed some of the stuff that we talked about and tried to achieve, and I just scrapped a couple of things and went at it from an empty bay, and I've got this, and oh, I'm happy days. Now, this hasn't been in the battlefield. It's equipped with plasma, which I'm not used to anyway, terribly, apart from off a flatbed. So I'm practicing aiming with it at the minute, and also the manoeuvres it can do is fantastic. It's exactly what I wanted it to do, which has actually opened up to me, as well as the loop and the loop and the barrel roll, sort of opened up the possibility for targeting and turning back around and coming on things, doing the sort of figure 8 loop the loops and all kinds of crazy shit. Oops, pardon my French. Murd. Right, okay, let's have a look at this. And forgive me, I am knackered. I'm up terribly early in the morning after being up late last night, and I've got a lot to do today. So I really just want to get on here and have a little bit of a practice and have this video recorded, because I'm dying to take this out on the battlefield. I'm pretty sure on the battlefield, yes, it will just be destroyed. You know, that's war, isn't it? You can never truly be the best and the supreme, because then everyone is going to generate the tactic to take you out. The best you can hope for is you get by and you get some kind of team advantage and you win. And I think with the maneuverability on this and the addition of some actual firepower, I might be able to lend a bit more credit to my teammates, who are probably just doing the do in the standard rigs that you get in this game. Okay, so let's go. Loops to loop. Oh, it died. Oh, look at that! Crashed it into the ground. You know what? I'm just tired. I am tired. Looping the loop on takeoff is probably a rookie error, or certainly the error of some a naughty late night. Okay, let's go back in and be a bit more sensible about this. I'll try getting in the air this time before I start doing any tricks with it. Okay, well, let's have a proper look at it first. There you go. She's quite nice. I think I might give her a name. One of the things we thought was the smaller tail does definitely help with the diameter of looping the loop. I'm not sure, because there's the two heavy engines on the bottom, when she barrel rolls, she does come off the line a bit, but it's not too much. I'm just going to hit W now, and we're off. Look at that. All I'm doing is pressing W. That is what I wanted. That is just what I wanted. We've got a slight incline, a little bank. We can bank more. Level out. Now I'm going to hit space. And we're just going to go straight into... Check that out. That's exactly what I wanted. You know why you want that, don't you? So you can fire and then not make too much distance while you reload, and you're back on the target. And then what you do? Oh, you shoot over their heads. Oh, and into there. That's what you have to watch out for. Difficult terrain. Let's just keep at it. Let's leave off. And no, we've screwed it. Don't try that too much till you've got the hang of it, and certainly not on a cliff edge. But yeah, that fire, loop the loop while it reloads, and fire means that you're not ending up right on top of them while you're trying to get the shot off, and you're not shooting over them and then trying to fire all your plasma through an arc they can't get a hit on. So now I'm just going to have a little fly around and see. I'm not going to try and do anything too fancy. I'm just going to try and get used to hitting things with the plasma, and then I'm sure some nifty manoeuvres will come into play just from the practicality of what I'm trying to do. I have to remember with this, I'm so used to having a vehicle where I need to really cram the spacebar down just to kind of keep it leveled out because of all the weapons on board. Now there, you'd see I'd have to drop down a bit, but I can just take my finger off W, let it slow down, and then pick back up. Get out of there. Let's gain some height. Do a little spiral. Now, when you do the spiral, you have to fight the bank. The tighter the curve gets, you have to come out of the bank. You don't want to turn into the bank, you will just plummet to the ground in a corkscrew. And a little loop-the-loop to come out. Back in. I have to remember with this now, because I'm not relying on gravity, I will have to get used to pressing shift to going down. Normally I didn't have to worry about that, I'd just take my finger off W, or yeah, just take my finger off W and the thing would plummet to the ground. Now I take my finger off W and we glide for a little bit and go into a gentle incline, and then we dive. Just bring it back out of that with space. So now I'm going to have to get used to using shift. Oh, I totally had my finger off W. I wasn't even propelling myself then. I'm going to come out so we can see when the jets are on and off. And what I need to be getting is some practice at shooting these things. Where I need to be in the sky. And how I need to position the weapons on the craft to make accurate hits. I loved that, didn't he? He loved that. That was quite good. Oh! Have to remember when I come out of the rolls that way, I want to press, and by force of habit, I'm pressing the wrong key because I haven't realised that in the screen I've mirrored. I'm flying towards myself, so the A and D keys are reversed from my perspective. Okay, I've screwed that again. Well, I hope you're all coming on in leaps and bounds with the flyers. I really have noticed just in the last, you know, they've only been out, what, a day or two now, and some of the aircraft I've seen have been fantastic. Admittedly a lot more kind of jet crafts or kind of hybrid things rather than the actual technical aircraft. I'd love to see a squadron of these go against a squadron of these. You would just have some epic dogfighting, and I don't know, this might be going on in the higher tiers. I've only really started pushing into I mean, this is my first real tier 5. I've been in tier 4, but I've kind of stuck out at the low end in tiers 1 to 3 for most of the gameplay. I'm only just starting to get these cubes, and this is kind of maxed out for the materials I have at the moment. And the thing is, when I take this out into the battlefield, I know I'm just going to get splattered across the level. But what I would like to do is on the run in, maybe get a few shots on something very accurately. See it hit him, and then die. You know, at least go in, guns blazing, hit a few targets. So now I'm not going to do any tricky manoeuvres. I'm just going to try and get these ones at a distance and see if I'm landing any hits on them. And this will be the standard kind of taking a hit, move on to your next target approach. It's too close. Let's see these guys. Where am I aiming? Right, I'm too close to get a hit on him. I might get a hit on this guy. No. Kind of chasing him a bit. I don't want to do that. I'm going to have to do too much tricky manoeuvring if I chase him down. Oh, hit him. Good, good, that's what I want. Can we finish him off? Another hit, and he's pretty much destroyed. Do you know what? That's worth coming back around and then banking into it. There he is. No, we missed! Oh, that would have been nice if I could have just wiped him on that. Okay. Oh, overshot. I have got more of the plasma cannons on the top of my wings than I have on the underneath. I would like to have it the other way around, but I also like to have landing gear. So that was nice. Took him straight out, but that was point blank range. He'd have probably shredded me if he still had any kind of weapons on him, unless he was a railgun reloading or something. Or his weapons were just facing the wrong way on the chassis. Oh, he's actually bothering to shoot back. I've woken up the AI. And I've lost a wing. Okay. And what's happening? Oh my god. I'm still flying. Isn't this miraculous now? I have got my finger on W. I am not touching space in the slightest. Can I still bank? Yeah, I can still bank. And accelerate into it, but it's much tighter and weirder. Pull up. Right, the turn. No, I've turned the wrong way. Right, I'm upside down. So what I'm going to try and do is accelerate forward and press shift and see if I can get back in the air with a bit of space. No, oh, the jets are on the wrong side, so they're overpowering that. Right, now, you should know why I was level. If you don't know why I was level, then that's one of the tricks that you're going to need to figure out to get this down and balanced the way you want it. You should be able to figure this out. You know, this is one of the things I did. I didn't go and look at any other videos or tutorials. I kind of saw some silhouettes of distant flyers and I had an idea on my mind. You have the technology there, you can solve the problem yourself. You will probably see the minute I do a battle, you'll know. If you don't already, you will fully know what's going on because you'll be able to see my cunning trick. But anyway. Oh, and apologies for anyone that had trouble with the sound being a bit out when Mr. Bushido was down. It was because I didn't have my headset on. We were just doing it on the mic on the laptop. Okay, let's have a little bit more target practice. Nice. Oh, overshoots because the guns are on top, mostly. Destroyed. see, when you're not having to fight the controls, you have a lot more time to aim. It's the problem I had with the hot air balloon railgun kind of method. A lot of the time I was fighting was I just aiming at a rock? Fantastic. A lot of the time I was just fighting either the recoil off the weapon or the poor maneuverability of the tiny vehicle. Nice. Admittedly, these don't have much armour. I mean, as I've never really been in here for that long, do they start respawning with better armour and stuff after you've done so many kills? Or because if they don't, that really should be a feature. I think you should be able to switch up the level of AI in here, so you know, if I'm testing weapons and I'm one-shotting stuff, I want to know what it's going to take to destroy it when it's got orange, when it's got dark blue, you know, when it's got black. How many guns do I have to take out black? It's going to be a while till I get to find out, but I'd like to know in advance, if you please. So I know what I can just skip over on the tech tree and what I'm working towards in terms of pair weapon destruction power. Oh, somebody's shooting at me. Well, that's a nice thing, these little shots they're going. I assume they've got low tier weapons. But even so, it's obviously taking more than just a little bit of damage. I mean, I have got blue and orange. It would be nice to strip it out. And also, that's the thing with this. With this method, it's fully scalable. So, as I increase in armor class and therefore weight, I can now just scale this up. And reload. Bye-bye. That's what I'm talking about. It's remembering to bring the camera around. That's what I've got to get used to. On those situations when I loop the loop, I want to be switching the camera around. So let's just have a go with that up in the air. I've taken some damage. I seem to be banking to one side. Have I lost something? Yeah, it looks like I've lost some landing gear on the left-hand side, but as you can see, not so much of a problem. I am just going straight forwards. Let's get out of here. This is not a good place to demonstrate this. Lots of rocks around. Let's get back out in the open. Okay. There we go. So I'm going to take my finger off, and you can see slowly, as well as dipping, I'm also leaning over slightly, but if I accelerate, I can just gently nudge back with that, and I've lost, you know, I've lost a wheel and about 4 orange cubes off one side, so it can handle an imbalance like that and not dramatically affect the thing. As you saw before, remarkably, I lost a wing, and as long as you have the space to manoeuvre in the weird way that you have to, you could still be an effective fighting machine and certainly negotiate your way around to some kind of safety. Oh, there you go. This is the thing, I've evolved from wheeled vehicles to flight, and so now instead of finding rocks, I'm finding massive fecking towers in the middle of the sky. Thank you. Okay. They're massive rocks in disguise. To fly into. Fantastic. That's just going to be so much joy. Is there anything in the settings to increase the AI? I don't think there is. I might have a look in a sec, but I'm not sure. Like I say, it really should be. If it has been mentioned already on the forums, I think I'll do a search for it, and if it has been mentioned on the forums, I think that's a must. So, do we like it? Are we having fun yet? I am. The reason that I'm not going into battle on this video is the previous one is of marathon length, and so I feel I owe a bit of a due to that bit of gameplay that we had for coming up with this. And let's just reverse out of here. And so I really do want to have that video up so people have got a chance to know what I'm talking about. If they can be bothered watching it, you don't have to. At some point I'll go through. I mean, I might have already by the time you're watching this in the future. But I'll stick up annotations in it so you can skip through to either just the gameplay of battles or some of the design kind of stuff we go through when we're trying to figure out building a flying plane. So I'm quite pleased with this. I'll say it flies like it's meant to. It's doesn't fly like a true jet plane really would, and it doesn't fly like a hovercraft or a hot air balloon. It flies, in my mind, like probably a small fixed wing plane of the early days would, if you had everything going right, which is just, it's a beauty. Let's see if I can do that one where I loop the loop and bank out and switch the camera view, but let's not do it here. Actually, let's get some height. Okay, I think we're high enough up to mess around, to level out. And what was it doing? So I've just shot at something, and then I want to turn around, and then no, I didn't even bank then. It's going to be hard not to practice in the situation because I'm not truly sure what the manoeuvre is, and it's hard to get in my mind. You really need to have the target there, and I just need to, instead of intuitively leaning into it, I need to lean out after I've done the roll. And swap the camera view round. That's the fella. And into that rock! That's awesome. Oh, we found our friends. And I think I'll leave it there for now. You don't need to watch me getting this down. I'm just going to be in here having a play around, getting my aim down, getting some manoeuvres in. And it's Sunday as well, so I'm not going to be on this all day or anything. I've got a massive video to upload to YouTube, which will probably take about a day, and I want to get that done as soon as possible so I can get this up and then get it out into the battlefield, because I want you all to see that. I want you all to see this just crash and burn, but at least in some kind of epic style. Alright, thank you very much. I'll see you next time. Hope you enjoyed it. Bye bye.